This is the absolute easiest strategy right now inside of Vanguard Zombies to go high rounds inside of your game, and I'm not gonna lie, this might be the easiest round 100 that you have ever seen in your life. Now, it's no secret that Vanguard Zombies, just like playing it like normal, is kind of difficult, especially after you get into the maybe low to mid 20s. It starts to get a lot faster and it's a lot harder to stay alive. But due to some either exploits or glitches in the game, I'm not really sure which this could be, or maybe this is intentional on Treyarch's part, this is actually the most incredibly easy scenario you've ever seen in your life. Now, there are three key factors for this situation. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is spawn into the game with the Einhorn shotgun. Honestly, I think that you can go with whatever build you like on this gun. It really doesn't matter. You're not going to be using the gun a whole lot, honestly, but the Einhorn shotgun is going to be perfect for taking out zombies in the higher rounds as well as taking out the Stormkriegers. In fact, as you get to the higher rounds, using the gun and taking out the Stormkriegers with that is going to be the biggest plus of the Einhorn. If I had to give you the best advice for the early rounds of your game, I would be making sure to go through a bunch of rounds and open up the rest of the map before going into the void. Obviously, the void is what you're going to use to go to high rounds, very similar to how you would in a round-based map. So make sure you go around and open up the rest of the map, get all of your perks, and when you get points, go ahead and use those points to actually level up your perks instead of upgrading your weapon. A, because there's a pack-a-punch inside of the void that you can use to upgrade your weapon anyway, and B, the Einhorn is going to be really good up until like round 14 or 15 as a regular pack-a-punch weapon. Now, you're going to want to spawn in and keep the Ring of Fire artifact field upgrade inside of your game. That is going to be the main part of this entire strategy, so make sure that you have Ring of Fire, and through the first like 4 or 5 rounds, honestly, I would go through and level up your Ring of Fire at the Tome of Rituals instead of spending your sacrificial hearts on different like low level covenants. This strategy is going to 100% rely on you having tier 5 Ring of Fire in your game, so make sure you get that to tier 5 before you go into the void. Some lower level covenants you could look out for is something like Death Blow, where every time you get a headshot it puts a bullet back inside of your gun, and also Scrapper, just to make sure you get better salvage drop rates whenever you get them. That way you can get your armor up to level 3, and if you wanted to, maybe grab a death machine before you go into the void. So once you have all of this set up, you're going to be looking for 3 specific covenants inside of your game. All 3 of these are legendary covenants. The first one you're going to want to look out for is Ammo Gremlin. The Ammo Gremlin covenant is so freaking good for this strategy because it reloads your weapon at an insane pace. I don't think I had to reload once inside of the void when I was in there with this Ammo Gremlin mod, and especially with a shotgun that takes forever to reload, this is absolutely critical for you getting to high rounds. Now, the second covenant that I would recommend you have is Legendary Brimstone. For those of you that don't know, Brimstone basically damages any zombies around you that you're looking at, so if you're looking at the zombies, you're going to be damaging them every single time. Adding this on top of tier 5 Ring of Fire, which immediately kills any normal zombie that comes into your little ring, you're going to be taking these guys out so freaking fast. And if you get an instant kill, you don't need to do anything. You can just stand there and Brimstone is going to take out every single zombie around you, and it lasts for a decent amount of time. And then the third and final of the legendary covenants I would be looking out for is the one where you do more damage in successive shots on a single enemy. This is going to be super good for taking out the Stormkriegers inside of your game, especially with the Einhorn shotgun. You're just going to blast into them and you're going to take them out in no time. These 3 covenants are absolutely key. You could definitely change out Ammo Gremlin for Death Blow if you believe you're going to be getting more headshots, but again, you're not really using your gun for this strategy unless you're taking out the Stormkriegers. Now, once you're inside of the void, there are 2 specific spots that I really like to go. The first one isn't as good as the second one in my opinion, but the first one is at the bottom of the stairs in Shinonuma. You know the spot. You only have these 2 different spawn points from the stairs and then to your left, and basically what you're going to do is activate Ring of Fire. Now, Ring of Fire normally doesn't work like this in other games. This is kind of the part that's somewhat of like an exploit slash a glitch, or maybe this is intentional on Treyarch's part, we're not sure. But every time that Ring of Fire kills a zombie, so if, let's say for example, you're in the Ring of Fire and a zombie walks into the ring and dies, it recharges your Ring of Fire. There is basically a way where you can have nearly unlimited Ring of Fire inside of your game. So not only are you recharging your Ring of Fire while you're using it, but you also have Brimstone that's taking out zombies around you, and you can shoot your weapon whenever the heck you want, which is also taking out the zombies and refilling your Ring of Fire. So by the time that your Ring of Fire actually goes away, you probably already have another one charged up. Occasionally this isn't the case and you do need to get a few extra kills, so just make sure you have your weapon pack-a-punch to the highest that you can before you start doing this. I would also recommend having something like Molotovs or like the thermite grenade on hand, just so you can kind of block off areas. That will also be filling up your ring of fire meter and helping you keep that thing going. My personal favorite spot was just in the mess hall to the left of where you were at, outside of that little stairwell area, and in here you have 2 spawn points, but the choke point is incredibly small, so you can only have a certain amount of zombies coming in at one time. And if you activate your ring of fire kind of up by the window on the left, you're actually taking out zombies before they ever even come into the window, because again, ring of fire kills them if they enter the ring. And by activating it right here, you don't have to worry about getting overrun, because all the zombies are dying in the ring of fire before they can ever get to you. As you can see, I'm barely shooting my shotgun. I'm just standing here. Again, this is a very, very easy round 100 once you get the hang of it. If you do happen to go down after 3 rounds in the void, you can exit, go grab all your new perks, and you should have enough salvage at that point to also go and grab yourself another self-revive. Now you can use this strategy to as high a round as you want. Honestly, the only reason why I exfilled at round 100 is because I was getting kind of bored, but if you are looking to go high rounds in Vanguard Zombies, this is the one way to do it right now. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. A big shout out to all the channel members over on the channel, and an extra special shout out to all of the Zombie Richtofen members, starting off with the M60 wielding maniac, Deathwish, my guy Ben the Bulldozer, and the man, the myth, the legend, Tis Brandon ZR.